last thing on this Charlotte Flair situation. So Andrade El Idolo, who is the partner of Charlotte in real life, tweeted out on Friday night, F you WWE, which got a lot of people speculating as to what that could mean. Did it have something to do with that segment that went awry? Did it have something to do with his match? And just saying, hey, F you, I went out there and had a great match with Pac, and you guys held me back. Well, I think we got some clarity on that situation. According to Dave Meltzer said that it was definitely about the segment, but from what he's hearing and everything, like it was most likely rather about the segment. So if that's true, man, it's got a lot of people talking about Charlotte Flair. Could she be on her way out of WWE and on her way to AEW? Like, what do you think of that notion, Trevor?
Like we say every week, it's not wrestling without rumors, right? It's not wrestling without speculation and starting something up, because it's what keeps wrestling fans interested. But no, at this point, I think it's one of those situations. I mean, come on, every diva has a temper tantrum. Not calling her a diva. I'm just using it as as a word.
Every
But
Antonio Brown does have a temper tantrum. I agree.
there you go. Thank you. That's exactly what I mean. Has a temper tantrum here and there. Every top talent has one. Like Shawn Michaels had thousands. Bret Hart had a few. Like, you talk about top talent, they have them. I don't think it's one of those situations where they're like, hey, Charlotte, get your shit together and get out. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that yet. If it progressed, who knows? But we don't know exactly the extent of it anyway. So honestly, I don't think it's happening.
Let me be abundantly clear about this. There is no way that Charlotte Flair is going to be released by WWE and allowed to just walk to AEW. There is
Exactly.
the chances of her, even after her contract runs out, going to AEW, I think of even her own volition, are like minimal, less than 1%, considering what WWE I think would offer her to stay. There is not a world, honestly, I see where Charlotte Flair goes to AEW, at least anytime soon. But there's a lot of reasons for that. WWE will not release her because of one, how big of a star she is and what she would mean to any other wrestling company. And look, if she leaves, no bones about it, she's going to AEW. That's where
Oh yeah.
that's where Andrade is. Andrade wants his whole family there. Like that's what he wants. It would work out for him and her as well. And her versus Britt Baker would be huge money draw. It'll sell out a stadium. But you also have to you also have to think about not just that, the fact that WWE have invested so much into Charlotte. They hotshot her to the top of NXT after like a year of training. They hotshot her to the top of the entire women's division after a year and a half on the main roster. And look, the thing was, she was ready. Both those times they did it. Her talent is unquestioned. She is one of the best performers, male or female, in the world. That is not a question. But WWE would not let her walk, just considering the amount of stuff that they've put into and invested into Charlotte Flair. And she's like, what now, a 13-time world champion or 13-time women's champion. They've invested 13 title reigns into her just so she could break her father's 16 title reign record according to WWE. They're not gonna let that go. They're not. There's no way that happens. And for anyone who's out there saying like, "Ooh, oh, this is totally gonna happen," well, I'm no wrestling journalist, and I don't pretend to be. Neither is Trevor. You probably need to keep your mouth shut, buddy, because there's no way that's happening.
No,
And
not at
all the
all.
respected ones, all the real wrestling journalists are not reporting that because it's just not true. There's just no possible way that they're going to release her. Like, and I say this also because someone put out the argument on a video the other day saying like, well, if they're forced to choose between Becky and Charlotte, they're gonna have to make a choice. And I was like, well, you know what the best part is? They don't have to choose because they're on different shows. They're actually the
Exactly.
lead people on these separate shows.
Exactly.
So there is no way this is happening. I cap, cap, cap.
That would be like the dumbest thing WWE ever did.
It would be the dumbest thing. Like if let me be clear, if Charlotte Flair gets released by WWE for for just like this kind of petty stuff, it would be hands down the stupidest decision ever made by the WWE. Not even, and they've made a lot of stupid decisions. Made a lot of dumb decisions. This would take the cake of all time.
This would that if that happened, that would probably be the decision that actually ruins the company.
Like, oh yeah, no, this would be a huge red flag. Huge red flag. This would be like remember when WCW hired Vince Russo? That would be the equivalent of this moment. Absolutely. Yep. It won't happen though because I don't have a lot of faith in WWE, but I got enough faith to know that they're not this dumb. Like
no.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.